So today we're going to discuss the Bengals' recent signing of free agent safety Vonn Bell. This video will also give you some background and insight into Vonn Bell's transition from high school to the pros to the Bengals. I'll also go through and review some of his stats and some of the analytics that surrounded him. We'll also talk about his deal, and at the end I will give a final grade for this free agency signing. But before we get into it, definitely welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for diehard Bengals fans. Please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe, unless of course you love the Squealers. Check the descriptions for ways to help grow the channel and get some cool Bengals merch in the process. There's an AJ Green jersey on sale right now for $59.99, Color Rush, so be sure to check it out. It's also some free shipping on there. The 25-year-old safety was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee. His first 2 years of high school were at Chattanooga Central High in Harrison, Tennessee, and then he played his junior and senior years in Georgia at Ridgeland High School in Rossville, Georgia, where he led them to a state championship, but they lost to Sandy Creek in the championship 41-10. He was a 5-star top 30 recruit, and he actually turned down Alabama and other SEC schools just to play for Urban Meyer. As you know, if you are a Buckeyes fan, he committed to Ohio State. He became a full-time starter for the Buckeyes and was a starter for the 2015 National Championship, where he was actually teammates with freshman Joe Burrow. He went on and declared for the draft after winning a national championship and was graded on NFL.com as a prospect that was an eventual starter in the NFL. He ran a 4.51 at the 40 in his combine and also had a 30-inch vertical. His strengths were that he was described as having a sheriff mentality at the safety position, and in man coverage he had some ability there and was rarely out of position. His weaknesses were his average speed, hip tightness, and that he wasn't a big thud tackler. He was compared to Kurt Coleman and projected to go round 2. One AFC scout said that you can't play him around the line of scrimmage, but he's got instincts in coverage. Bell went on to be drafted in the second round by the Saints in the 2016 NFL Draft.
We interrupt this programming to help New Stripe City raise funds for this channel. Who they? New Stripe City community, I am glad to announce that I am a proud partner with Fanatics, an NFL officially licensed merchandising company. What does this mean? This means that you can get any kind of apparel, legit hats, draft hats, jerseys. This AJ Green jersey is $59.99 right now. Check it out. All you have to do to support the channel and to support me is to look at the links in the description that I post. Click on them. Once you go and open a new page, it'll bring up that specific item. All you have to do is purchase the item. Like this AJ Green $59.99 Color Rush jersey. It's a lick and it's real. It's real. It's legit. So all you have to do is go through that, check out, make your purchase, and you will be helping out New Stripe City. New Stripe City is also partnered with Amazon as well. So check out the links in the bio with the Joe Exotic shirt. Get you some cool stuff, especially with the draft coming up. You gotta be fresh, right? We gotta be fresh for this draft. So check out the Tiger King inspired Joe Burrow, Joe Exotic shirt. Link is in the bio. All you have to do is click my link, make your purchase, and you help grow this channel of New Stripe City. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So after being drafted by the Saints, he competed with Jarius Byrd for the starting free safety role. In his first start, he debuted at nickelback. Although he was inconsistent his rookie season and was supplanted by Byrd and lost this role due to issues in pass coverage. So he started 2 games at free safety and started 12 at either nickelback or third safety in Dennis Allen's third safety technique scheme. And this makes sense because this seems like what the Bengals want to do with him. They want to use a 3 safety technique, which he should be used to. Bell finished his third season with a career-high 89 combined tackles, 63 which were solo, 3 pass deflections, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble in 16 games and 8 starts. He shared the starting role with safety Kurt Coleman in 2018 and was also in nickelback packages that required 5 defensive backs. And it's not a surprise, the Bengals were actually looking looking at Kurt Coleman eventually before he ended up signing with the Saints. In 2017, Bell had 237 snaps at the linebacker position, and in 2018, he lined up 261 plays at free safety and 211 at linebacker and another 200 at the slot corner position. For the most part, he was used mostly as a deep safety by the Saints, but did at sometimes come up towards the box. He would give the Bengals a lot of more flexibility than Sean Williams would, but he also can be used with Sean Williams as well. As I stated in my other video, what will the Bengals do with Sean Williams? As I stated in that video, I still feel like the Bengals will use him as a deep safety and probably use him sometimes towards the line of scrimmage, but will reserve most of that for Sean Williams. This is a guy that is better than Williams when it comes to guarding tight ends and slot receivers. He's done a lot in that aspect, and he just has a knack for the big play and causing turnovers. He was able to force several fumbles throughout his career with the Saints, also was able to get interceptions, not many, but was able to make those plays. He can also play special teams as well. He's an extremely versatile player. He can rush the passer, he can cover, and is an elite run defender. So all of this means that he is a very top flight safety. He's a great player. Although he does have some weaknesses, he is somewhat shaky in coverage as he's allowed 71% of his targets to be caught, and he also gave up an NFL passer rating of 106.7 and 2 receiving touchdowns last season. He's had 6 penalties the last year, while Sean Williams didn't really have any, so that is something to look out for. But all in all, I think that this was a great signing for the Bengals. Now let's get into the numbers of his contract. On March 26, 2020, Bell signed a 3-year, $18 million deal with the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, it's reported that this was actually less than what the Saints offered him, and they actually offered him an average salary of $7.5 million a year, which he rejected. So most people thought that this would be good value for him. However, he passed up on it. The Saints ended up bringing back Malcolm Jenkins there, and reportedly he actually chose the Bengals over the Cowboys and the Browns. It seems that they were outbid the Browns and the Cowboys for his services, which is not something that you typically hear when it comes to the Bengals. The cap hit for his first year is $5 million, and his average salary is $6 million per year. So the Bengals got a great deal with Vonn Bell. I don't think people realize that they got great value for him, especially with him only being 25 years old. Now, it was said that one of the factors is that Bell wanted to play back in the state of Ohio, so it really probably came down to the Browns and the Bengals, and maybe he took what could be considered as a hometown discount. But Saints fans reacted saying that Bell was a great player and that they hated to see him go, and that the Bengals got a good one. So for me, when I look at the whole signing from top to bottom, the fact that this guy gives the Bengals a lot of versatility, I think that they can go 3 wide. They get a quality safety that can do a multitude of things, and it gives their defense a lot of exotic looks. And the fact that they were able to get him for a good value and get a great player, I think that I am going to grade this signing a B. The only reason that it's not an A is because I still don't know who the Bengals will use primarily in coverage. Obviously, they have Jesse Bates, but there's still going to have to be another guy. Now, if Vonn Bell can improve in his coverage slightly, I think that moves this up to an A, but for me, it's a B. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'm looking forward to possibly doing more of these videos on possibly DJ Reader or some of the other signings. So if you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumb up in the comments and let me know which next free agent pickup would you like me to profile. As usual, I am Ace Boogie. This has been New Stripe City, where we always leave you with a who day, all day, every day, and especially on Sunday.